Hey guys, welcome back to Rocket's Hideout. I'm Hydros, and this is
Double A Ron.
Today, we're going to be talking about some of the new megas that have been announced for the, Omega Ruby? Omega Sapphire? Whichever one.
Well,
the Ruby Sapphire remakes, let's just go with that.
Yeah, the Ruby Sapphire remakes, there's been 4 new megas announced. We're going to start off with the one that was, the one that was leaked first. We got Mega Metagross. Typing's going to stay the same, he's Psychic Steel. He does gain the ability Tough Claws, though.
Which means that all of his physical attacks are slightly boosted in power. Which,
like he needed a slight boost in power.
Exactly. And in addition to that, just like Omegas, he got a stat raise. His speed and attack were boosted.
Right, so not only did he get the Tough Claws, which boosts his physical attacks, but his just attack in general got boosted. Along with his speed.
Yeah.
So they take like one of his biggest weaknesses, which is his speed, and boosted it.
Yeah. I'm unsure if Meteor Mash is physical or special.
Regardless, though, he was a beast before.
I don't think the current Metagross even really carries Meteor Mash so much as it carries Iron Head.
Yeah, Iron Head's a bigger...
Yeah, Iron Head, Zen Headbutt. Not to mention, Mega Metagross looks, just amazing. He's got, its 4 arms are just orbiting his body.
Right, they're not connected anymore. They have, they all have claws now. Like, he's got 4 hands, essentially, instead of 4 feet.
They always had that. It was just 4 Beldums joined together.
Right, which is ridiculous.
That's that.
Yeah, that's the first one. Now on to the newest ones that were leaked not too long ago. We've got Mega Altaria.
Now, this originally was a Dragon Flying type, which meant a 4 times weakness to Dragon.
4 times weakness to Ice.
Or a 2 times weakness to Dragon, 4 times weakness to Ice, that's right. Now, Mega...
This is bullshit, in my opinion, because I like Altaria anyway. He has a defense problem and a special defense problem, like he's always had that. Right. So, and his speed's okay, but it's not elite.
Right.
With Mega Altaria, he gets Dragon Fairy typing.
Now that means, that takes the Dragon weakness away.
Completely.
Yes, it takes it. The Dragon typing, Dragon versus Dragon matchup, is non-existent. The Ice type is only 2 times weak now instead of 4. He does gain a poison weakness.
Yeah, he gains those weaknesses, but I don't think it's enough to take...
It's not, especially since he gets the ability Pixelate.
Right, he gets the ability Pixelate.
Because Dragon alone is only good against 1 type, which is Dragon, obviously. And his attack gets boosted with them.
Yeah, his stat boost for the Mega was an attack boost.
Pixelate turns all attacking moves used into the Fairy type. So, Outrage, Dragon Rush are suddenly Fairy type moves, which means they're still good against Dragon, but they're also good against anything that Fairy is good against.
Which, Fairy is good against, some things that Dragon, in general, is just neutral to. Yeah. So, its gains from gaining the Fairy typing far outweighs the drawbacks.
Exactly.
So, Mega Altaria, now, I'm happy about this, because I've always, hoped that Altaria would get a push somewhere down the line. And it has. I don't know if it'll push him into, into OU. I definitely don't think it'll push him into OU.
Yeah.
But he'll be more utilized now.
Yes.
So I'm happy about that. The next Mega, I'm kind of disappointed. It seems like they keep making these Pokemon that Lopunny's not terrible, but Lopunny is the next Mega that got leaked.
I think before we go forward, I should mention that Altaria physically looks pretty good.
Yeah, we don't have you're listening to our voices, so we can only describe it a certain way, but he still has the cloud above him, but think of him more along the lines of he went to Super Saiyan. Yeah. Because his cloud got bigger. His cloud got bigger and longer. That sounds kind of dirty.
Yeah, to an extent. It also sounds like maybe he got his social media expanded there.
His gigabytes expanded.
He's reaching out to his fans.
the 7 of us that are there.
Yeah, next we got Mega Lopunny.
And this one, as far as looks are concerned...
Was it always normal fighting?
I think it was just normal.
Yeah, now it's a normal
fighting type, and it gets the ability Scrappy.
Which, for those who don't know, makes it to where normal types can hit ghost types. And fighting types can hit
it also gains an attack and a special attack boost. So, again, even though it does get the fighting type, and it's a Scrappy
It's just not.
It's still a Lopunny. Like, it's still...
Yeah, it's subpar. You might see it in the NU tier.
And as far as looks go, it looks like Chun-Li is a bunny. Now, is what it looks like.
Yeah, I can go with you there.
Next is something that I think a lot of people were looking forward to.
And Nintendo...
As far as the looks department goes, this next one is just severely lacking. But it's Mega Salamance. Yeah, Mega Salamance. Keeps its dragon flying typing. Gains the ability Aerialate, which...
Same thing as Pixelate, but
yeah, it's Pixelate, but yeah, it just makes all the moves flying type, which kind of hurts him.
Honestly, because he's outraged is all of a sudden a flying type?
It's a flying type move, which hurts him. He does gain a defense boost, which, I mean, does help Salamance.
I don't know, it only helps him against Ice Punch,
but it helps, though.
And Dragon Rush and shit.
Right, which are things it's weak to.
I understand that, but I feel like the Aerialate is it's a handicap.
Well, it is a handicap. It's a huge handicap. And, I mean, as far as the looks department goes, they took away his legs, and they're, like, folded in now. And it's like he's got these, like, 2 metal straps. It looks kind of like they put him in armor. Yeah. They turned him into a torpedo.
They turned him into a Zord.
Yeah. He kind of looks like a Power Ranger Zord. It's kind of ridiculous.
I was just thinking that when you saw the legs folded in, I was like...
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened. They kind of turned him into a Zord.
Dragon Megazord.
I mean, I don't see Mega Salamance being used. I mean, if people use Salamance, they're just going to use Salamance. They're not going to worry about Megaing. So I don't think it's going to hurt Salamance's use as far as that's concerned. But it doesn't. But I don't see people using the Mega.
Yeah.
So there's 4. We've got 4 new Megas.
We're adding that onto the Mega Sableye.
Right, the Mega Sableye, which you guys should know about by now.
But in case you didn't know, it gets Magic Bounce.
Yeah, it gets Magic Bounce.
I don't remember it
still looks like a Sableye. It's just hiding behind a giant gem now.
It's chest gem.
Yeah,
that came out of its body.
It's just hiding behind a giant. It's just hiding behind a shield now.
There was the Mega starters,
right?
To varying degrees of awesomeness. I mean, Mega Blaziken was already a thing,
right? Mega Blaziken was already a thing. The Mega,
Mega Sceptile was a dragon grass.
Mega Sceptile got the dragon typing. I believe it got a boost in attack and speed.
I remember Swift Swim on the Mega Swampert.
Right, Mega Swampert's going to be a beast.
Yeah, who is also gaining defense and attack.
Gaining attack and defense. It gains Swift Swim.
So in a rain team, you lead with Politoed, and if they have a physical attacker, swamp into Swampert. Yeah, if you got defensive EVs...
Good to go.
He can absorb that and then just hit you with a waterfall or an earthquake, whatever he wants to do.
So the starters are locked. Like you're right. No matter what way you go, you're getting an upside.
Yeah,
I think is the cool thing with these starters, because with the 3 original starters, and by original I mean red, blue, yellow.
Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise.
Charizard obviously speaks for itself. I am partial to Mega Venusaur. I love Mega Venusaur. Mega Blastoise though is. Well, he kind of sucks, to be in all honest. But these starters, these 3 in particular, you can't go wrong. But moving on from Megas, we're going to start a new little segment here in the show.
I think before you go into that, the Shiny Beldum should be mentioned.
Shiny Beldum, as far as that's concerned, it's going to be It's going to be an event. You're going to be able to get, with the Mega Stone from Metagross, you're going to be able to get a Shiny Beldum, and then all the perks that come with having a Shiny Beldum. If you're lucky enough to get a good-natured Shiny Beldum, breed and share the wealth, you bastards. Also, something that I'm going to mention, Pikachu. This is strictly for the Pokemon contests. It's worth a mention.
It gets shit like
Pikachu gets certain moves depending on how you dress him up in the Pokemon contest. Really doesn't make that big of a difference, but for you Pikachu fans out there who waste your time on the contests, you get a whole new bunch of move sets, and it'll be awesome for you guys.
In the contest, he gets Meteor Mash, Draining Kiss.
The list goes on.
Some good
moves. There's about 8 or 9 new moves, but they're strictly.
If he can use them in battle.
Yeah, I think he gets like Flying Press or something like that for.
Which that's a weird move.
Yeah, that's a weird move.
First, essentially dual type move.
Right.
First and only, I should add.
Yeah, well, Pikachu can't use it outside of that contest, although so.
He's a bitch.
Alright, so now we're going to move on to a new segment on the show. We're going to do, it's not really a new concept, it's just new for our show. We're going to do Pokemon of the Week. And what Pokemon of the Week is going to entail is me and Hydros here, we're going to talk about the Pokemon of our choice. Talk about our favorite moments if we've ever used them on a team, etc., etc. Just anything we can talk about for this particular. And for this week, the inaugural episode, we're going to go with one of our personal favorites to make fun of, talk about, etc., and that is Jigglypuff.
Used for references.
My favorite Jigglypuff moment from the show actually is not from the original Kanto episodes. It's actually
season 8.
All the way to season 8. It's episode 410.
In the overall episode
Yeah,
count.
in overall episode count. It's episode 410. It's from season 8.
Towards the end of the episode.
It's when, just that whole episode in general, because there's this Jigglypuff that this guy is trying to capture, and he's got a Loudred following him around. He's trying to capture this Jigglypuff for his daughter for her birthday.
And the Jigglypuff
but unfortunately, this Jigglypuff apparently was raised by a Pokemon master and then let go, to wreak havoc.
And this trainer also trained it to be a troll.
Right.
Because the motherfucker has flamethrower.
Yeah, this thing has flamethrower in this
episode.
episode.
There's no way it's wild. Fuck that shit.
It looks mean. Like, it flamethrowers Ash, Brock,
May, her little brother, whatever the fuck his name, Max.
Yeah, Max. It flamethrowers Max. It flamethrowers the Loudred. It flamethrowers Pikachu. Flamethrowers the guy trying to capture the Jigglypuff for his daughter. It was ridiculous. Well, anyway, towards the end of the episode, they managed to maneuver this Jigglypuff into this little cottage in the woods, and they leave it there. And they just leave it there because they give up on catching it, but they leave it there. And while me and Hydros were watching it, we were like...
Just real quick, the Jigglypuff, the room was...
sealed.
Yeah, so when it tried to use Sing, it kind of bounced off the walls and it put itself to sleep.
Right, but this room was sealed, like no way out. Sealed.
Yeah, exactly.
So they essentially left this Jigglypuff there to die. Because there's no food or anything in there. So they just left this sleeping Jigglypuff in there to die. And they go back home, and his daughter is like, "Oh, Dad, you're home. Did you capture a Jigglypuff?" And he's like, "No, I'm sorry, I couldn't." And off in the horizon, there's this little dot that just starts coming closer and closer, and it's Jigglypuff all puffed up and pissed off. So in our minds, as we're watching it, I just saw this thing coming up over the horizon. I could just imagine this thing is thinking, "So, you think you could just leave me in a fucking cottage in the middle of the woods to die, do you? Is this your house? I'm going to burn this bitch down."
Right,
He just shows up. He just shows up ready to whoop some ass. And in typical Pokemon fashion, the little girl hugs the Jigglypuff. The Jigglypuff now wants to be with the family, and everything ends well. I really was hoping that Jigglypuff was like...
What they didn't show was the week after, the Jigglypuff was conniving enough to...
destroyed the whole town. Not just the house. The whole town.
It knew that if it got in good with the family, infiltrated the family, and then just from the inside... destroyed everything and everything they loved.
Just killed everybody but the daughter.
Well, no, the daughter too.
Well, no, because you got to leave it open for a Mewtwo-esque storyline where the daughter like grows up and she hates all Pokemon because of this Jigglypuff, and she has her like Loudred with her, which is now an Exploud.
Yeah,
I don't think kill everybody. I
don't think you can compare one bitch with no powers to an Exploud to Mewtwo. I
don't know. Sabrina, I guess you could. Compared to the Sabrina storyline.
Sabrina had psychic
I don't know. This girl's little. She could grow up to be fucking as strong as a Hitmonchan. I don't know. You don't know.
Okay.
Well, dude.
Hitmon Chun-Li.
Yeah, right.
Should name my Hitmonlee that.
Yeah. That's my favorite. That's my favorite from the anime. That's my favorite Jigglypuff moment. Of course, as you know, you gamers out there will know, Jigglypuff's also a playable character in the Smash Bros. Line of games. And that little bitch.
Her final smash is a dick move on smaller stages.
Fuck yeah, it is. She just blows up to like immense sizes.
What is it, her down B? That if you use it and you are right next to someone, it's an instant kill.
It's not. I mean, depending on the damage, but yeah, essentially, it's
if they have any kind of damage, really,
it's an instant kill.
30,
Plus rollout, a little hunt.
Yeah, but that's also.
Well, yeah, it's double edged. You could kill yourself, but
easily. For the experienced player, yes.
But anyway, like just saying, it's a playable character. I'm not partial to Jigglypuff, but the times that I have run across her, she has.
Jiggly bitch.
Yes, I call her Jiggly Bitch for a reason. I do remember Jigglypuff in the original like Pokemon card game.
I mean, it was reasonable. It had 60 HP as a basic, which that's pretty damn good.
Well, right, but I mean, the wave, man.
Well, that was Wigglytuff.
Still,
But
gotta be a Jigglypuff first. Like,
yeah. I remember in the Red and Blue games themselves.
For all of you Raichu users out there in today's world, like, you can thank Circle Circuit on Do the Wave.
Oh, yeah. It did the same thing, pretty basically.
Yep.
Red and Blue, I would almost always catch either a Jigglypuff or a Clefairy.
Right.
For how many TMs they could learn and how sturdy they were, invaluable.
Well, I mean, early game, the HP, man.
That's what I'm saying. They're sturdy, how sturdy they were, and their defenses were pretty damn good.
Right.
Especially Wigglytuffs.
Right. Wigglytuff, man.
But they fell off in the late game, so you were like, you know what, fuck you.
Well, yeah, I mean, late game, I actually replaced my first ever playthrough, I actually replaced Jigglypuff with Chansey.
By the way, are you ever going to actually do anything with that Pokemon Red?
Yeah, I'm playing it right now.
Yeah, I checked it like 5 different times, and you're still standing in the exact same spot.
Why don't you leave me and my games alone? Yes, I still play my Pokemon Red, and I'm proud of it.
Hey, I was playing Soul Silver earlier today, so it's still old.
But yeah, Pokemon of the Week is Jigglypuff, and y'all bitches better recognize that Jigglypuff is a beast.
Yep, it has made its impact.
Don't let those big blue eyes fool you. It'll whoop that ass. You give it the chance. Never know, might get a flamethrower.
I know in Pokemon Snap sometimes, when it was getting
I like to smack him with the pester ball.
Yeah!
Boom.
Help the coughing
out. Help the coughing out.
It's
funny. It's funny, though, at later times when that Jigglypuff is, like, kicking around that coughing. Like, get back here, you little bitch.
Yeah, if you hit the coughing and then he's like...
You know, they call it the balloon Pokemon. That should be the temper Pokemon. That little bitch, man. He gets all mad in the early episodes.
Pokemon. Oh, and the fairy typing that it's now got.
Yeah, it's got a fairy
just
typing.
For the troll factor.
Here, by the way, here's Jigglypuff. It looks like a fairy, right? Little siren is what it is. Fucking put you to sleep, eat your damn soul. That's what it looks like.
Eat your soul.
Eat your damn soul.
I feel like we're not talking about Darkrai, but I mean, okay.
No, we're talking about Jigglypuff. That's what's going to happen. It's going to eat soul.
I do remember the time I got stuck in a Blastoise cannon.
That was a little fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, there might have been something sexual going on there.
Maybe, you never know. I mean, you never know what a Jigglypuff can do for you until you let the Jigglypuff do for you.
Oh, wow, okay. I mean, it's got, obviously got some good lungs.
It's got the lung power. Plus, you don't have to worry about wearing a rubber.
Oh, my God. I think on that note, that is enough for the Jigglypuff. That is enough out of you, sir. Holy shit.
For you TCG players out there, Worlds is coming up.
Yep.
To anybody who's playing in Worlds, good luck.
Furious Fists is out on the 13th.
Yep, Furious Fists. For those of you who haven't been to one yet, I'm sure that...
What, the World?
No, for the pre-release tournaments.
Oh.
For those of you who didn't get to go, like me, Furious Fist will be out soon. But for those of you who did go, hopefully you pulled some good shit.
Maybe. I don't know. Fuck it. Because it's getting released on the 13th. Okay.
A little bit of hidden monologue from...
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck it. You can tell that here on Rocket's Hideout, that is our perspective. Fuck it.
Exactly.
Things will work out.
Yep. If you doubt that, just go check the blooper reel.
That's on actually.
I'm the guy.
The blooper reel. The blooper reel is actually for another show we do on the Broke Ass Podcast Network. That is actually Nerdploitation.
And I'm about half of the video. I'm the guy in the Mario Worlds shirt.
They'll be able to tell, I'm sure.
It made for a fun little video, so.
All right, that is going to wrap up this edition of Rocket's Hideout. I am Arathios. You can get to me at Arathios. I thought you were Double A Ron. I am Double A Ron. But you can get to me at Arathios on Twitter. I am Arathios on Twitter. You need to recognize. I'm a man of many names, and Arathios is one of them. Like I said, you can get to me if you want to comment, have any questions, concerns. If you just want to call me a douchebag, you can get to me on Twitter at Arathios. You can hit me up in the comments below.
And I am Hydra signing out. I'm on Facebook. Look me up, Jesse Snow. Find me amongst the many Jesse Snows on Facebook. Then you may message me.
All right. So messages, comment below. Let us know what you think. You guys have a wonderful day.